welcome back. I am Gentrovo Kolyova, the baseball nerd. It's been a while since I've put out a video on YouTube, so I'm going to take this time, since it is the World Series of 2019, to make my prediction. So every year, my dad and I, if some of you follow his channel as well, predict the World Series by simulating the games. This year, we created the 2019 Astros and the 2019 Nationals. We simulated the games, and on paper, if you look at the teams on paper, the Houston Astros swept the Nationals in our prediction for the World Series this year. Now, do I think this is how it's going to go down in the World Series? No, I don't think the Nationals are going to get swept. I do think the Astros are clearly a better team talent-wise, but the Nationals starting pitching, I think, can match up with the Astros. I still think the Astros will probably win the series overall. I think it might go 6 or 7 games, but I don't think it's going to be a sweep. In our sweep, we had Garrett Cole striking out 14 in Game 1. We had Verlander striking out 10 in Game 2. And Greinke almost throwing a no-hitter. Well, I guess not almost. He threw one until the 6th inning, and he struck out about 13 batters as well. And then I was playing the Astros. I threw a bullpen game in Game 4 and wound up winning that one 4-1. So it was a pretty close games for Games 1 and 4. But 2 and 3, the Astros lineup destroyed them. So anyway, my prediction for the World Series this year, I think the Astros are going to top the Nationals in 6 to 7 games. Moving on to a different topic. All right, as some of you might know, hopefully, I also run a blog site. It's called GentrovoWorldSeries.blogspot.com. And what I've been doing for the past decade, I've been doing an all-time World Series tournament. I started off with 256 teams, and I finally, after 9 to 10 years, have finished round 1. So I've whittled the teams down to 128. So I kind of wanted to explain my process going forward for the next year. So hopefully I get this next round done within the 2020 year. I will do 16 brackets, or excuse me, 8 brackets with 16 teams in each bracket. And I'll whittle those down to where I'm going to have the final 8 teams. And when I get to the final 8 teams, I'm going to go ahead and do a little mini season with those 8 teams. So if you're unfamiliar with our system, Mechanical Baseball, we basically updated the old version of All-Star Baseball with the spinner cards. And we took, I think the name is Nick Panos, if I got this right, we took his idea of the pitcher discs. And so over the past decade and a half, 20 years, we've been updating our system of play to try to make it as accurate as possible. And in that regard, we're pretty accurate. We've played over, probably simulated tens of thousands of games. And that's not an exact number, but it's pretty close. Anyway, that's kind of an update on that, so please watch the YouTube channel. What I'll do is I'll update, when I finish a bracket, I'll put a video up and set it, and I'll tell you the rundown of the bracket. But other than that, that's all that I have time for today, so thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And go Nats, or go Astros, whoever you're rooting for. Sadly, my team's out. Yankees. Tear. See you later.